got mandatory payout, Brian, in the Rainbow Six on Sunday. We had a real good time with it. Last time we had the mandatory payout. It's going to be races 5 through 10 on the 10 race card on Sunday, and we put a couple of tickets together. So we'll go through it and let you know what we're thinking. I'm interested to see how you kicked it off. That would be race number 5, and it's a 5-furlong race on the Tapeta.
Well, I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off right away at about 3:07 in the p.m. I'm going to know real quickly if I'm alive or not, because my best bet is in here. My wife knows it all. I'm going to single in the sequence to start, Ron. And it's going to allow me some coverage to spread deeper in the other races. I just kind of feel like this horse is better than every other horse. We go to Amador Sanchez. He's been so sharp of late. We've got speed. We don't have to worry about that. We got back to Tapeta sprinting last time. I just think she's better than this group.
Yeah, really looked much better with those blinkers on, too. They put
Good
the blinkers on, really helped there. I did have that horse on top, but I also added the number 3 horse in here, Viesta, and this one from the really hot Bobby DeBona barn. I think probably the morning line favorite, or when the smoke clears, we'll see how it plays out in there. And what do you do with the 10? Ran so well last time out, but Jorge Delgado, 1 for 25 at the meet.
No, I've made some good money fading Splurge time and time again. I don't think she wants to win. 70 cents on the dollar, 11 to 10, 11 to 10. No wins to show. She's not the best horse in here either. And as Ronnie said, the Delgado barns, let's just be honest, been ice cold at the meet.
Yeah, really have been. It's amazing because they do such a great job. Boy, going to get tougher as we go on, and that's right here with the 6 race, 5 furlongs, maiden special weight for state-bred 2-year-olds. There's so many different ways you go in here. Curious to see what was your top selection.
I had 7 of them when I first wrote it down, Ron. I had to tighten it up a little bit, but I agree with everything you said, and I did go with the 7, actually. That is Zizka, who had a little bit of a trip last time. I think has run better than it maybe might look to some people on paper in his 3 starts, and we have the experience edge, too.
Yeah, I'm just playing the percentages with the number 8, Nusume, I think it is for Jack Sisson. He's over 30% with 2 first-time starters and 2-year-olds. So just playing the percentages there. There's so many different ways you can go. King Zayden, this one, $100,000 son of Omaha Beach. You know, just how many did you end up using?
Yeah, well, I thought both of those 2 were major contenders. The 2 favorites on the morning line. Jack works them quick. They usually run that way. And you said King Zayden, they paid $100,000 for an Omaha Beach. Who's riding? Edgar Zayas. You better take a look here.
And just the 10 horse, just so you know, this one is a full to one of our favorite horses in here. It's Joe DiBaggio, who's made $347K the long way, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, the hard way.
The hard way.
Let's go to race 7. Going to be on the turf. It's a mile claiming event. Doesn't get any easier in here. And your top pick.
Look at this race. Nobody ever wins a race. They are all on long losing streaks. I went with one of them. The 8 Lorenz has got tactical speed to get first run. This is another spread race, Ron. We'll show you the ticket in a little bit. I went 6 deep in here.
Yeah, you know, the Lorenz fits the conditions, you know, with that wind, you know, one of the conditions, not a race since January, one since January. And like you said, nobody fits it there. But I went with a little bit of a long shot in here with the 3 Hakimi, the Chilean bred. Comes off the bench. You talked about Amador Sanchez earlier. Runs a good 4th, beaten 2 lengths. Going to turn back to the mile. So what am I doing? I think the barn is good. Nobody likes to win. Maybe it's this horse's turn in race number 7. Did you use that in your?
The last horse I used. Amador's got 2 of them. He's got the 4 Yakovlev as well. I used them both.
And race number 8 is going to be a 5-furlong sprint on the Tapeta, and there's a claiming race and non-winners of $25,000. And boy, this one was a head scratcher. You might have found it easy. I kept going back and forth and didn't know where to end up. I did go with the 1 Breezero just on the inside. You know, it was against State Bred Allowance Company last time. Ran well. I see a ton of speed in this race, and I just think maybe the 1, even though Hemisiel Jaramillo is on, maybe he stalks in this race.
Yeah, going to have to work out a trip from down there, but certainly one of the ones in here. I went 5 deep. Breezero's on the list. 3 Girls is on the list. Down in the Bayou is on the list, but my long shot's on the list too. That's the 8. Eva Nora going to try Tapeta for the first time. A little bit of a layoff. Comes in working well too. I think this is a class drop. We're going to say I like the post here too, Ron, and sometimes on the surface switch, maybe she'll wake up.
Yeah, it looks like the speed of the
Possibly.
speed in that race could be Drayden Van Dyke for Georgina Baxter. Comes out at race at Tampa. That was a good race, produced a couple of next out winners. Going to see how this one runs on a new surface today, on Sunday, excuse me. The number 9, race number 9 is 7 furlongs, allowance optional claimer for state bred runners. And how did you see race number 9?
I got a lot tighter later on, and I think this is the Safi race. Whoever, if it's the 8-1 Sharp Cookie or the 9 Practically Dark, I'm going to use them both. If it's not them, I can't tell you who it is, but I'm pretty comfortable one of those two are going to win.
I singled the number 8, 1 Sharp Cookie, and I just thought this is the logical one. And of course, you can use Practically Dark if you want to go a little deeper in there. You know, and you cruise down 1 Sharp Cookie's past performances. See, second to mine, friend, albeit a distant second.
Right.
Horse class is up good for me, but I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Just those two right in there. The last race, I was looking for the long shot. You know, it's a mile on the turf. A maiden claim is $35,000. And they just kept going back to Tinta Roja. I think that's the horse to beat in there. The one.
That's the horse with the speed that I took and put in the picture, but there is so much speed in here. Is a maiden special weight dropper. The blinkers are going to go on. I went off the pace in this race. That can be dangerous on the turf. The 5 Macchia and the 10 Bet Stormy should be running on late. I've got your horse in third. It is not an easy finale, Ron.
Yeah, I got Bet Stormy in second for all the reasons you mentioned. Maybe sits the trip in there, but I just, like I said, kept going back to Tinta Roja. So my ticket's going to be $86.40.
I got 120. I got the single to start it, and then in the middle, I'm hoping for prices. Maybe something blows it up.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one because it's not easy whatsoever. So good luck with your selections on Sunday. Don't forget race number 5, mandatory payout in that Rainbow Six.